Welcome to the Flow Salon. Today, we're digging into a fantastic new report that's basically a roadmap for the future of media. It comes from the global agency Dentsu. It's their 2025 Media Trends Analysis. And let me tell you, it's forecasting a year of some really profound changes, but also some massive opportunities.
So Dentsu's core message is pretty bold and clear. We're not just using algorithms anymore, oh no. We are now living smack dab in the middle of the algorithm age. This is a brand new era where the whole media ecosystem, everything you see and hear, is pretty much dominated by these complex automated systems.
And this new age, it's got a powerful mantra. Everything is 100% addressable, 100% shoppable, and 100% attributable. Now, what does that actually mean? It means every single interaction can be targeted to a specific person, you can buy something directly from it, and every single result can be measured. This isn't just a small step forward, it's a complete revolution in how media actually works.
So, what's the engine driving this massive change? Well, it's the one topic you can't escape, right? But today, we're going to move past all the hype and look at the actual, practical, real-world impact of artificial intelligence.
You know, AI has officially left the lab and is out in the wild. Ever since ChatGPT blew up in late 2022, generative AI is already reshaping how millions of us get our news, our entertainment, and how we interact with the world. In fact, that Dentsu study found that over a quarter of Europeans believe AI is going to have a significant impact on their personal lives this year alone. That is an incredible amount of change in a super short time. And a perfect example of AI just becoming part of our daily routine is Apple Intelligence. This isn't just another app you have to download. It's a personal intelligence system that's woven directly into the operating system of your iPhone or your Mac. It's there helping rewrite your emails, summarize articles for you, create images, all while keeping your personal data private right there on your device. But with all this incredible new power comes some very real and honestly kind of scary risks. Just take a look at this. The actor Tom Hanks had to personally get online and warn his millions of followers about an AI deepfake of him promoting a dental plan. And the crazy thing is, it looked and sounded exactly like him, but it was totally fake and unauthorized. This is that darker side of AI, and it really shows you how easily trust can be shattered. But even with those very valid concerns, the potential for brands is just staggering. Dentsu puts it in a great way. AI is both raising the floor, making high-quality work more accessible for everyone, and it's elevating the ceiling, which lets the most creative people reach new heights. Just think about a small business being able to create a totally professional ad campaign with AI tools. That's something that used to require a massive budget, a huge agency, and now that floor is being raised for everybody. So what does this new augmented toolkit actually let marketers do? Well, it's not just about doing old tasks faster. It's about making fundamentally smarter decisions. Take a look at the points here. Dynamic budget planning. That means you can shift your spending in real time to what's actually working. Or automated audience segmentation. That can uncover valuable new customer groups you never even knew existed. This is all about moving from guesswork to laser-focused, data-driven precision. And look at Meta's Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. This is a brilliant example. The tool uses AI to automatically create and test up to 150 different ad combinations to find the absolute best one. And the result? Well, Meta's own test showed an average 12% reduction in the cost to get a new customer. That's a real, tangible impact on the bottom line. The really big shift here is this. AI lets brands move beyond just blasting a single message to everyone, and instead, create millions of personalized micro-moments and do it at scale. Think about interactive experiences inside something like WhatsApp flows, where a brand can guide you one-on-one. It's almost like having a personal shopper for every single customer, building a real relationship in a way that was just never possible before.
Okay, so if algorithms are the new gatekeepers, that brings up a huge question, right? How do brands get their stories seen at all? This brings us to the new rules for brand storytelling in this algorithm age.
The answer isn't to just shout louder. It's to connect smarter. And the key is tapping into these super passionate niche communities. Take the Reddit Silverado forum on Reddit. We're talking about a community of 55,000 dedicated truck enthusiasts, and they're talking about every single detail of their vehicles. Can you just imagine the trust and influence inside a group like that? It's way more powerful than any traditional ad could ever hope to be.
And this shift in trust leads us directly to the meteoric rise of the creator. As this quote here shows,
Dentsu reports that younger generations in the US are now more than twice as likely to be influenced by a digital creator than a traditional celebrity. Superstars like MrBeast, they're not just entertainers anymore, they're full-blown media empires launching huge brands like his snack line, Feastables, all built on an authentic connection with their audience. This is the new celebrity, and they are more powerful than ever.
But it's not all just about these smaller, niche communities. At the exact same time, storytelling is also scaling up in a massive way on the biggest screen we all have in our homes, connected TV. This is where brands can still reach a huge audience with a really high-impact cinematic experience.
And just look at the numbers here. We are talking about a mind-boggling scale. Live events, especially sports, are bigger than they've ever been. The 2024 Super Bowl just shattered viewership records, with an average of over 123 million people watching in the US alone. I mean, this is the modern-day digital campfire, and pretty much everyone is gathered around it. But reaching this giant audience isn't quite as simple as it sounds. This table of viewership data from Taiwan is a perfect illustration. It shows different channels broadcasting the exact same sporting events, but they're attracting completely different audiences. One channel might pull in younger guys, another might be a more traditional family fan base. To succeed, you need a really sophisticated multi-platform approach to actually reach everybody. So the big takeaway here is that the old media planning models, they're basically obsolete. Brands have to pivot from that old channel-first way of thinking to algorithm-based planning. What that means is creating stories that are designed from the ground up to be seen, to be prioritized, and to be amplified by the algorithms on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and streaming services. It's a completely new way of thinking about media.
But there's a massive complication to all of this. This whole algorithm-driven future, well, it isn't arriving as some single unified reality for everyone. Instead, it's showing up in fragments, creating a divided world for brands to navigate. Let's dig into what that means.
The science fiction author William Gibson captured this perfectly decades ago with his famous quote, "The future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed." And in 2025, that isn't just a clever line. It's the core strategic challenge for any global brand. Getting this right is literally the difference between success and failure. So why is our digital world breaking apart? Well, this slide lays out the key drivers. You've got different national laws on privacy and data that are creating digital borders. The latest AI features often require expensive, high-end hardware, creating a gap between the haves and the have-nots. And more of the best content is disappearing behind subscription paywalls. Your digital experience now totally depends on where you live and what you can afford. It's a digital divide, and you know what? It's getting wider every day. So, what does all of this mean for you? Let's break it all down into a 2025 impact plan with 3 key takeaways from that Dentsu report.
Okay, number 1, embrace AI as your co-pilot. The time for just playing around with it is over. The real value is in integrating AI across your entire workflow to get faster, smarter, and more creative. Second, master algorithmic storytelling. Your reach now completely depends on how well your story travels through these systems. The value here is breaking through all the noise by investing in creators and connected TV. And third, think globally but plan locally. The one-size-fits-all approach is officially dead. The true value is unlocked through a deep local understanding of each market to navigate this fragmented world. These are really the 3 pillars of success for 2025.
And that brings us to the final critical question. As you plan for 2025, you have to ask yourself this. In an age where algorithms are literally curating our reality, is your brand's story built not just to be told, but to be found? Because in the algorithm age, if you can't be found, you might as well not even exist.